football team so far, I like the attitude of it. I mean, we have a lot of work to do. We have to get to places. We have some young guys that got to get developed, guys got to take roles, and hopefully we'll play. We're starting now in our practices, making sure that we're down and distancing every play, every situation is a new adventure for these guys. Because I think playing football is one of the challenges for this team. I think is going to be, like all teams are, how intelligent you play. Ability is one thing, but you have to play the game very intelligently. Football is a very situational game, and I say it all the time. You can play the midfield downs extremely well, first and second down, and do things pretty well, and play situations poorly and lose. Or you can be very average there, play situations well and win. And I think, as we evaluate our players, we have to do a great job of educating. And part of this evaluation of our players is how they educate themselves to be able to play the game of football. Because I think one of the things we are right now, which if we had a combine, we'd be very good. We have a lot of big size, strong, fast guys that run and jump. But we got to make sure we have good football players. And we're so caught up in the combine world today, and that we're worried about how big a guy, how high he jumps or whatever. And like I tell everybody else, for every great Michael Jordan you've watched, or Joe Montana or Jerry Rice, there's probably 20 guys on the street that were every bit as talented, had all the ability. They couldn't put it together to play this game. This game is, sometimes there's so many intangibles that go with it, with toughness, with effort, with discipline, the pride you got to play with, then the intelligence you got to play with. Understand situations, down and distance, it's time of the game, momentum. There's so many things to be able to play. It's why guys, that some guys have more ability, other guys are better players. And what I'm not saying that about our team, but what I'm saying is, as a coaching staff and what camp does, you really have the time to break all those situations down, and we got to do a great job of educating. Because I think we have a chance to have a good football team. I really do. How good depends on how well we educate ourselves and how intelligently we play. And then with the intangibles that don't take ability, toughness, effort, discipline, and pride, which we talk about all the time. And I think that's been a staple of our organization for a long time, and we got to continue to grow in those areas. And I think the years that you grow in those areas more is your more successful years.